Hey, what's up everyone? It's LordRyuujin. Sorry I haven't done a YouTube video in a while. I've been quite busy doing a lot of things, as you'll soon learn through the different videos that I plan to make and everything. I've been quite busy thinking about videos, playing games and stuff like that. So what I wanted to talk about today was a video that I meant to do when I initially got it. It had just been a while and I wanted to really try out a lot of the features, get the memory updated so I could fully appreciate it, re-download everything back to it and everything like that. I'm going to do a review of the new Nintendo 3DS XL. I recently picked one up. It is a used one, and so because of that, it does seem to be having a little bit of an issue that I may have to end up trading it back to get another one. But otherwise, it is a neat system all in all. They moved the volume up to the top, and they moved the 3D here. And that's just a really neat thing that I'm glad that they did, because the volume for the most part doesn't affect me. I'm either wearing headphones or the volume's all the way up anyway. I like the fact that they placed the stylus on the bottom. It is a relatively easy to get to, quick slide kind of thing. And I love the fact that it slides in there so perfectly now that you can barely feel it. To where, because for the most part on the XL, it's big enough so I can use my thumb or my finger to type. So I don't really need to use it all that much. But this really is everything that the Nintendo 3DS should have been, although I don't really blame Nintendo for going the direction that they did with the Nintendo 3DS. I mean, honestly, no one really knew if the whole dual analog thing was going to take off. And honestly, I'm surprised that Nintendo caved in and even put a C-Stick on here, considering the fact that the Vita didn't really sell that well. So, oh well. Anyway, it's got Super Stable 3D, which to me is probably the least important feature. Because, I mean, most of the time my Super Stable 3D is not that stable. At least on my end, it still has trouble finding me half the time unless I hold it perfectly still. So there's that. And one of the cooler things about it is the C-Stick. I do like the fact that they decided to incorporate the Circle Pad Pro with it. You know, the ZR buttons and the C-Stick really make games like Moon Chronicles and Ironfall play that much better. And the memory card to me was the biggest issue that I had, though. Going over to a micro SD card proved to be quite gruesome because I already had all my data onto an SD card and I had no way of transferring it. Luckily, though, this solves it, because you can plug this in and have it sync to a computer and just pop in the SD card and have it take all the data over. So once I figured that out, that was one of the cooler things about it. This is the stuff that I hope the Nintendo keeps doing going forward, honestly. Have it where it can sync back to a computer. Allow me to take my saves from a 3DS or a Wii U or NX or whatever going forward and save it to a computer, instead of having this whole proprietary thing. Because honestly, it would make it a lot easier for me to say, you know what, I really want to upgrade to your new hardware, knowing that I can just transfer it with ease, rather than have to go through, oh, well, I got to do this, and I got to get the licenses back, and this, that, and the other. Now, that being said, I do like it. It is enjoyable. I like the amiibos. It has so far been the least thing that I've used. I've used the C-Stick and the ZL and ZL buttons a lot. I have used the Super Stable 3D. I've used every feature on it except for the amiibos, only in Smash Brothers, because there aren't a lot of games that I own that use Smash support. And with it, I bought Triforce Heroes. Now, I'll probably do a review of Triforce Heroes in another video, but I like the fact that with some of the newer games like Triforce Heroes, for example, they're making it to where the C-Stick can help you look around the map a little bit, rather than you just have to. So I mean, that kind of stuff is nice for people that decided to buy the hardware. Going forward, you know that they'll at least throw something in there, even if it's not fully compatible 100% with a lot of the games that support the new Nintendo 3DS, like Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. At least it's in there a little bit. So I know it's not much, but I mostly just wanted to talk about the new Nintendo 3DS XL. I really like it. But then again, I enjoyed my 3DS XL, you know, and this to me is just really nice. A lot of the features in it are kind of useless for me, especially for games that I play a lot. They're old 3DS games that don't really support the new Nintendo 3DS hardware, but it's nice. The best thing that I love about this, though, is its form. it feels really thin in my hands. Like it feels thinner than the original 3DS XL, and it feels thinner than the original 3DS. So when I'm holding it, it feels thin enough for me to be able to move my hands quickly and, you know, between all the buttons, but it doesn't feel so thin that I'm worried that I'm going to break it and drop it, you know? So it's a really neat system. I really recommend picking it up, and I really plan to talk about more videos in the future, so I hope that you stay tuned. I'm probably going to record a couple more here today and upload them all at once, because I've been really busy playing a lot of games and doing a lot of stuff, Triforce Heroes being one of them. So hopefully I'll get back on, especially after the holidays. The holidays are usually the time when I do the least amount of videos, because there's a lot of this, that, and the other going on. But I appreciate you guys watching if you watched it up to this point. And yeah, have a good one. I'll see you next time.